What's up, everyone? Ginger and I here back for another Matchmaker Monday. And after a big middleweight title fight with Alex Poetan Pereira losing his title, we got some matchmaking to do. But
Yes, we do.
um I'm thinking that it's not gonna be in the middleweight division that he fights though. I am
Mm,
very much thinking he's moving up to 205 after this.
I completely agree. Like it Dana said that he believes that his next fight's going to be at 205.
Yep.
Izzy was saying go cause problems up at 205 and good luck everybody because he's a motherfucker to deal with. So,
It, um, yeah, that's and Dana doesn't confirm anything, post fight press conference,
yeah,
but if he's saying he's
no.
probably moving up, then he's probably gonna move up.
Like
Not
yeah.
interested in the trilogy, so let's
Yeah.
take a look at some of these top contenders at 205, see what makes sense, what's going on, and who we're thinking that he should fight next to really get his spot at the top of, his shot at the top of that division.
Mhm.
So, and because, yeah, the biggest reason I think that he hasn't fought at 205 was because good old Glover was there. You know what I mean? It just,
Yep.
he's not going to go and fucking, just like the DC Kane thing. You know what I mean? Just like, nope, you were there first. You're in this division. I'm going to take the other division.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Well, not only that, like that was more teammates, angle, like and yeah, they were teammates, but he was also, like Glover is also, like, one of his coaches.
Yeah.
Like,
They've been
going up
training
against one
together
of
for
your
so
coaches,
long.
like, that there's so much there that you just, like that relationship already is, you know, as teammates and as as coach to student, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
But yeah. So 205. It's honestly been pretty good as of late. We got
yeah.
Jamal Hill fucking crowned earlier this year as the new champ.
Yes, sir.
I, he's not getting a 205 title shot though, coming off of that kind of
No.
a loss at middleweight.
It
Not
now
gonna
if he had
happen.
now if he had beat Izzy and decided to move up,
Yes,
instant title shot.
easily. He's going for champ status. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the obvious thing to do
Easily.
nowadays.
Yeah.
He's also not getting Yuri Prohaska coming off of an injury because Yuri's definitely getting the champ at that point.
Yep. Whoever the champ may be at the time.
So
'Cause I
I guess one thing, just kind of like, just thinking about it now, there's a
yeah.
good chance that. So, do you like? I don't know if Jamal's gonna, wait for Yuri to, come back for that to be his
Right.
next title fight. So he could end up fighting like Magomed, possibly, or
Uh-huh.
So I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like it's Magomed or Yuri. I feel like are gonna be his next title fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of those 2. Uh,
So looking at the next couple of people that aren't don't really have things going on or potential good matchups for Poatan. We
yeah.
got the former champ Jan Blachowicz at number 3, Alexander Rakic at number 4. He did get injured last year, but it has been a long while, so he should be coming back kind of soon. Um, you have Anthony Smith at number 5, who's booked with Johnny Walker at number 7, and then Nikita Krylov at number 6.
Yeah.
So we could start out with this, Gingy.
Yeah.
Out of all these names, which who would you want to see the most? Who would you want to see Poatan fight the most? Which would be
Ooh,
the most fun?
all of these names. Quite honestly, I think Alexander Rakic,
Yeah.
for me personally. Uh, he's coming off injury,
Mm.
but in terms of the technical striking battle that can happen, like it at 205, that's probably gonna be his best matchup for it.
Yeah,
I feel
he
like
a big
it's
boy,
all yeah.
78 inch reach, 6'4". Like,
No, yeah, similar height, similar reach, similar, very similar size
yeah.
to each other. And yeah, no, I like that fight mainly because like it just like again like Rakic has some very sneaky kicks, sneaky.
Yes.
attacks that he comes in with, and Poton is just gonna be
Very patient too.
very patient until he gets him up onto the cage, until he gets him hurt in one of these areas.
Hmm.
And I would love to see like how that striking battle ends up because they're two very different styles. Like whereas like Rakic is more like on the toe, like on the balls of his feet, just kind of moving back and forth, trying to do blitzes, blitz out,
Hmm.
and all that. Photon is very much move forward,
The slow
leg
stalking
kick.
pressure, like
Yeah, the
yeah,
stalking type of pressure, very upright. Whereas uh Rakic, he's not exactly like a Corey Sandhagen, Sean O'Malley, Stephen Thompson type, but he's a lot more
his base is a lot
loose.
wider. He like like a
Yes.
lot more bent to the knees. Does aren't
Yeah.
his legs aren't as close together.
Yeah, he's a lot more loose with it
Yeah.
than one of these other types. And
Hmm.
so I think that's a very interesting matchup between those two.
Yeah.
And if you want to give Alex a good fight and you don't want to worry about any type of grappling, that's the fight to do it with.
Mm,
Quite honestly, because Rakic is not someone who shoots for a lot of takedowns
no,
either.
but I mean, I don't know the Anthony Smith fight, especially like
Mhm.
that. I feel like that was just a very bad performance for him in like just
Yeah.
gaining just like hype and stuff because just hurting Smith and then just like yeah getting on top not doing shit with the like the
Yeah.
just any of the top work and stuff like I
Yeah.
I don't know. He is a smart fighter and he definitely
Yes.
knows how to fight and get the win. I would not be surprised if like fighting a guy like Alex Pereira in like that sort of dangerous striking in front of him because we got to think about it too. Seeing like the
Mhm.
pictures him standing next to like Dom Reyes and stuff like when he's
He's
out of
big.
camp and he's full size like he's going to be much closer to looking like that fighting at 205, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's gonna be I feel like that's gonna be an easy game plan for Rakic to be like, nah, I'm gonna take this dude down. Because it's just like, I don't know, even just like staying at range trying to kick the legs, he's so good at checking the kicks.
I
Like
mean,
it is
yeah.
he is just technically
I mean,
above Rakic on the feet. I feel like
no,
that's
I
gonna be a
agree.
rough one.
It is, but like that's kind of the thing with Alex though. Like for Rakic though is like his takedown accuracy is only 25%. He's
Very true.
shot so he's not going to like and I think that he is not a grappler like that.
No, yeah, he's not.
Where Proton like Alex can be able to defend the takedown extremely well against someone like a Rakic.
No, for sure. That
So that's why I think like I don't even think he gets control time because I think even if he like shoots a power double, puts him up against the cage, Alex just turns it around and just starts laying in some
vicious
strikes.
knees.
Yeah,
He'll
vicious
dig
knees,
those
vicious
knees to the body in the
elbows.
clinch, yeah.
So like that's why I think it's an interesting matchup
It
between
is.
those two because again, the technical striking battle already like it's gonna be an interesting matchup just in that aspect. But then you add in if Rakic does shoot, I feel like that Alex is going to be able to. Yeah, I know. They're both Alex, so I keep saying that. But Rakic, if Rakic shoots on Poetan, that's why I kept saying Poetan. I don't know why I stopped.
Hmm.
But yeah, if he shoots on him, that he can defend them fairly well, in my opinion.
Nah, yeah,
So,
that's definitely a very good
and
potential.
Rakic was looking at one point looking like he was going to be up there in the next title shot right
Oh yeah, for
before
sure.
he got injured against Blahovic.
Yeah,
He was
like because he had
making
the
his way up to the top.
yeah
So
like he had the loss to Vulcan, but getting like back to back wins off of Anthony Smith and Thiago Santos like
yep,
that's solid. You know what I mean? And yeah, and like the on fight wasn't too bad for him up until like leg injury. Like he was doing
yeah,
good in that fight. So like he's easily shown that he should be at the top of this division.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
for me, my my favorite fight possible by far. It
Mhm.
is not even close. He's got a tough test ahead of him. But if motherfucking Johnny Walker can get past Anthony Smith, sign me up for 205 Poetan versus Johnny fucking Walker. Oh my, all I know is someone's getting slept in the first round. There ain't no way in hell that shit goes over fucking 5 minutes.
There's no way it goes at minimum over 6.
Yeah, like it. I mean, maybe it
Like,
goes into the second round, but yeah, it's
not that long.
no, bro. That Johnny
I
Walker
mean,
is so fucking just explosive, and
yeah,
he is so opportunistic with his striking. But the levels of difference between the technical abilities and striking,
between these two is
Johnny
insane.
Walker will never hit that level of technique in like kickboxing that Pereira is at. It,
No,
he will just never do that. But he just he's wacky, he's explosive, and he just has an ability to put hands on people in a fucking like sometimes that it's just like damn, really did not expect him to be able to do that.
no, yeah, I agree with that. But then the only other thing I would say is this man got slept by Corey Anderson.
He did.
His chin is. He also got slept by Jamal Hill.
Yes.
His chin is kind of suspect a little bit.
Yes.
So if Johnny Walker is to win, it is avoid the left hook at all fucking costs.
Yeah, he's got us. Johnny Walker has 7 pro losses, and 4 of them are by KO TKO.
Yeah,
Yeah, he definitely does not
he's.
have a good chin. That is for sure.
I can see him trying to come in with his like
But
some
we're
type
talking
of.
about having fun here, Ginger.
Oh yeah, no, this would be fun. I can see him coming in with like him trying to do like a Superman punch or something, and Alex just left hook, just straight up, just knocking him out cold, just
Or is
dead.
how like yeah, Masvidal just tried doing the flying knee to Gilbert, and he just hit him with
Yeah,
like the shot right before. Yeah, that
yeah,
just something like that. Nah, yeah. Johnny
no,
Walker
exactly.
will absolutely get knocked out in that fight, like 99% chance.
Like,
But it's gonna be fun as it like as I don't know. That shit's just gonna be fun as fuck while it lasts, and just
I,
bro, imagine if Johnny Walker was able to win. That'd be
oh my
insane.
god,
Oh,
that would be.
but yeah, I mean, who even knows if he's able to get past Anthony Smith because that's a rough fight for him.
No, yeah, exactly. It
But
is a very rough fight.
in my personal opinion, the most likely fight, if he does move up, I
Most
think
likely.
if Anthony Smith gets the win over Johnny Walker,
Mhm.
I think that could possibly be like the because Jan Blachowicz talking about going down to 185 to fight Izzy. So
That is an
if he's
insane.
serious about that, then I definitely think it's the winner, like Anthony Smith if he wins.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
And honestly, Anthony Smith is he's one of the really good he's a really good litmus test on
oh yeah.
how good a 205 someone is going to be at the top of the division for 205 right now.
Yes,
So,
100%. Like it he I don't know, people talk about like, oh, this guy's like a gatekeeper or whatever. And like, and that's always like
mhm,
seen as like a bad term. But I don't know,
yeah,
for me, I've always also looked at it as like there are different levels of gatekeepers. You know what I mean? Like you can
yeah,
have like gatekeepers like kind of like if you should be in the UFC or not. You have
yep,
gatekeepers of like are you in the top 15 or not? Are you in the
yep,
top 5 or not? Like, or even like should you be fighting like for like in the top 3 or
yeah.
like for the title, like depending on the
I,
division.
I
And
mean, shit.
yeah, and Anthony Smith, if you get a good win over Anthony Smith, 100% you are more than likely going to be fighting for a UFC title.
Yes.
Because
I
I
mean
mean,
that.
because yeah, just like looking at it, like his first like he had one his debut or not, sorry, it wasn't his debut, second fight in the UFC, he lost to Cesar Ferreira at 185.
Mhm.
But like
He
2016, long
was
time ago.
also cutting a lot. Like, he looked so much better once he decided to make that move up to 205.
but like so even like after that, like he gets like a couple of finishes, loses to Thiago Santos. Thiago fought for a title at 205,
Yeah.
then
Well,
finally moves up, gets a couple more finishes, loses to John Jones,
yeah.
which
Which no
greatest
shame.
fighter of all time.
Everyone loses to John
beats
Jones.
beats Gustafson, then loses to Glover, ended up becoming a champion. Loses
Yep.
to Rakic. He had 2 fights since then, injured himself, so obviously yet to be seen, but
I was
m-
looking to be
more than
fighting for
likely,
a championship.
yeah, like if I like I don't know, the fact of like Alexander Rakic competing for a UFC title at least like before his
Yeah.
career's done, I feel like that's almost a guarantee in my opinion.
That's it, depending on how he comes back from his injury, like yes, that is
Yeah,
almost an
that's a good point to it.
inevitability.
And then Magomed Ankalaev literally just fought for a title last year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
So
like just at this point, like
he is
two of his
the
UFC losses haven't fought for a title, but as we said, one of them are just about guaranteed to. So
yeah.
like yeah, he is a tough test to the top of that division for sure.
No, he 100% is. And so quite honestly, I wouldn't mind that matchup either because Anthony Smith, he's not great anywhere, but he's good everywhere.
Yeah, he's really solid everywhere. Like it's
Like
just
he doesn't have that one skill that transcends all of his other skills, but he's real. Actually, I would say if any of them transcend anything, it's his jujitsu. I would say that's his probably best.
honestly, I was gonna say I feel like his striking might be the best, but it's just kind of I feel like the IQ of like the game that he's able to like use with it, because it's
Yeah.
like I feel like if like I feel in my opinion I think his striking is a little bit
Mhm.
better than like his actual just jujitsu and just how it's able to like play out in actual fights,
Yeah.
because it's just like I don't know, being on bottom like against some of these guys, it's like he's not like actually able to do like the most, you know what I mean?
No,
um
yeah.
and then I would say that his wrestling is definitely the like the worst of the three, but he's
Yes.
still
But
good in all of those areas, like
yeah. No, and that's why I'm saying the reason I say his jujitsu is just because he has very good submissions, like not really from the bottom, but just generally, like if he does end
yeah.
up on top or anywhere, like he's a motherfucker to deal with on the ground.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to
Especially
be
to try
careful
and
with him
get
for
up.
sure.
So
100%.
that's what I'm saying with that is he can very much because like with his striking, like it just I mean, I guess mm, I don't know. Maybe you're right. But I mean, either way, again, great all arounder, just
Yes,
has good skills everywhere.
exactly.
Be an interesting test for Pereira because like
Yeah,
what
that's
is he able to do? Let's hear.
he'll oh man, yeah, he'll definitely test that grappling of his for sure. And
Oh
then
yeah.
and I feel like also just having fought Glover, just anything that Alex
Mhm.
might be able to do, I feel like, with just like just I don't know.
In terms of the
Yeah,
grappling.
like Smith has already fought Glover, so like he knows what Glover likes to do, and so you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean. So just whatever Pajeda knows, it's going to be taught from Glover. So I just feel like
Yeah.
it, whatever the defenses and stuff like that, he's going to be like, oh, this is just a worse version of what I've already dealt with, and you know
Yeah,
what I
no, I
mean.
mean, yeah, and Smith helped train. He was training with Jamal Hill for his fight for with Glover,
And he
and he
looked
showed him
amazing in that in the grappling
in the
sequences.
grappling.
Yeah,
So like that's kind of there, and you know that if Smith went there, he's also like, hey, let me see some of that striking. Like, show me some what you think about your like how to do this against certain
probably.
people.
Yeah.
So like Smith has not fought since, because he was supposed to fight Jamal Hill, but
Yeah, bro, but
so seeing,
that'd just be so funny though. Just like Smith, like helping Jamal like get the title, and then Jamal just helping Smith get to the title, just for them to
that'd be
fight each
hilarious.
other.
Just end up fighting each other. Yeah.
It's just, oh yeah,
I mean, they're both respectable guys. They were talking about like yeah, they like met like at a
hmm
bar in one of the hotels after one of the fights, one of the fight cards, and yeah, no, they just bonded over drinks
hmm yeah,
about their family and all that. And so like
that's it sometimes, man. You know that.
It'll be
Oh,
interesting to see them fight, especially considering they've trained together. Because then it's like if they sparred, like both in like just if they MMA sparred and they did some jujitsu rolls and all this, like
yeah.
they're gonna know like, oh, Jamal's gonna be like, oh, he's susceptible to this on when he's doing this,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
they're
Smith
gonna
being
learn a
like,
lot about each
oh,
other.
he does this when he's on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah, for sure.
so
But oh man, yeah. I mean, but Alex Pereira, like, and yeah, against either Rakic, Smith, Walker, I think those are gonna be the most likely, most fun
yeah,
fights for him. Probably just because also we don't know where Rakic is at, you know what I mean? And it
yeah,
like more than likely he might end up fighting the winner of like Anthony Smith, Johnny Walker, you know?
yep,
But for Pereira to get a win and end up fighting either like a Jamal Hill or Yuri, I mean, those are just must see fights that
they really are.
oh, so yeah, I mean, it's not 100% confirmed that he's moving up, but I'm hoping that's where he goes. And if he does, oh man, the fights ahead for him, I don't
Yeah,
like they're gonna be fantastic.
they're gonna be fun ones.
But hell
A
yeah,
hundred.
you got anything else, Gingy?
Anything like I don't have anyone else that I'm looking at like that I would say like would be in like. I mean, I guess Nikita would be an interesting matchup
Yeah,
stylistically because again, another good all arounder
yeah, that's very
and
true.
a la like you know Anthony Smith, and the people he's lost to for the most part go on to become champion as well or fight for a championship. I think the one outlier is Misha Serkinov
Paul
in
Craig.
the UFC and Paul Craig.
Yeah, he just lost
Okay,
to
but
Paul
Paul
Craig.
Craig. Okay, but here's the thing.
And
Remember,
OSP did fight for a title at least.
Paul Craig is the 205 Michael Johnson.
That's very true.
So
He lost to Soao Paleli,
how far back is that?
2013.
Okay, so back in his UFC debut, I'm pretty sure heavyweight
Oh, that's
because he
funny.
fought. Yeah, because it was this heavyweight because he fought Walt Harris at heavyweight. I know that.
Yeah.
So
But
I
yeah, I
wanted.
mean, but yeah, Nikita, he's all about the finishes. It is not very
Oh
often
yeah,
that he goes to decision. Went to decision with Vulcan, Magomed, Johnny Walker, Glover, but that is I think those might actually be like all of his decisions. A lot
yeah.
of them aren't said on Tapology, but yeah, those are the only decisions that says that he has. So
No, yeah. And also with Krylov, yes, his UFC debut was also at heavyweight.
yeah,
So that
yeah.
wasn't a
So
205 fight, and I think that was also someone else who was making either their debut or fought one other time. So these things happen in MMA.
yeah, it is what
But
it is. But
that's the
yeah,
thing.
Nikita would definitely be another fun fight for sure. Someone's
Oh
getting
yeah,
finished in that one,
someone's
100%.
getting finished, and that's the thing. Like in terms of like the jujitsu, like going back to the Smith thing, Krylov is someone you have to worry about when you're in his guard
Yes,
off his back because he actually
yes,
does have a very active guard. So
100%.
he'll be going for triangles, arm bars, trying to go for a Kimura sweep, things like that. Like he will definitely test Paeta's grappling and grappling defense a lot in that
Oh
fight.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's another
And that's
really good
I feel like
litmus.
I feel like a lot of these guys at 205 are really gonna test his grappling, and so
Oh yeah, because all
35
most
years
of them
old,
go from
7-2 in MMA. I mean, that's he's
that's not
definitely
a
he's definitely not got too much
he's green.
longer in like his MMA
Yeah,
career, but whatever
I
time
mean
he's got left, it sure as hell gonna be fun.
two-time Glory kickboxing champion. No, sorry, two division weight Glory
Yep,
kickboxing champion. Won the UFC middleweight title.
yep. It
Of someone who was looking like they could not be really beat by anyone in the division. So
yeah. I mean, it's either way. That's yeah. It's oh, I'm excited for whatever weight class that he decides to fight at, but
oh yeah.
let's go. That's gonna wrap it up for Matchmaker Monday. Alex Boatan Pereira, former middleweight champ. I hope everyone
Mhm.
enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.